So, we're still talking about graphing and linear equations in two variables. An ordered pair is a solution of an equation in two variables if replacing the variables with the values in the ordered pair results in a true statement. So, for example, if we have the equation y equals negative 2x plus 7, and we want to know if the point 0, 7 is a solution, we plug 0 in for x, because remember the x coordinate comes first, and 7 in for y, and we see if the statement is true. So we need to know if 7 equals negative 2 times 0 plus 7. So that gives us 7 equals negative 2 times 0 is 0, and 0 plus 7 is 7. So 0, 7 is a solution. Of the equation y equals negative 2x plus 7. Okay, you should now pause the video and try to do 2 and 3 yourself, and then restart it when you're done to see if you got it right. So for number 2, we have the point negative 2, 1. So we need to know if we put 1 in for y and negative 2 in for x, if we get a true statement. Negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive 4. So we have 1 equals 11. That is not true. So negative 2, 1 is not a solution of the equation y equals negative 2x plus 7. Okay, on number 3, we have 3, and we need to know if that equals negative 2 times 2 plus 7. So negative 2 times 2 is a negative 4 plus 7. So we end up with 3 equals 3, which is true. So 2, 3 is also a solution to that equation. So a line that is described by a linear equation in two variables can be graphed if we find ordered pairs that are solutions to the equation. So, for example, we have y equals negative 3x plus 1, and we can pick any values that we want for x. People usually use negative 2 or negative 1, 0, and either 1 or 2, and that's just because it's easier to do math with smaller numbers, plus, our paper's only so big, so we like to use small numbers so that we can see what we're doing. So we put negative 2 in for x in the equation, and we calculate y. So we have negative 3 times negative 2, which is a positive 6, plus 1, which is 7. So our point is negative 2, comma 7. Because when we put negative 2 in for x, we get positive 7 out for y. Okay, pause the video and find the ordered pairs for x equals 0 and x equals 2, and then you can restart the video to check your answers. So putting 0 in for x, we get negative 3 times 0, which is 0, plus 1, which is 1. So we have the point 0, 1. And if we put 2 in for x, we have, negative 6 plus 1, which is -5. So we have the point 2, -5. So then all we have to do is graph those 3 points, -2, 7, 0, 1, and 2, -5. And then all we have to do is connect the dots with a straight line, which I can't draw a straight line to save my life. Okay, pretend that went through the points. It was supposed to go through the points. And we put little arrows on either end of the line because the line keeps going on forever and ever in both directions. All right, let's try one more now. So this time we have y equals 2/3 x. And we're going to use -3, 0, and 3. Why are we picking those numbers? Well, it makes the math nicer. Whenever you have a fraction in front of the x, if you pick x values that are multiples of the denominator, it will make the arithmetic easier. So let's plug in -3 for x. So if we plug in -3, remember that's like a 3 over a 1. And so when we do the arithmetic, the 3 cancels with the 3. We can't forget about that negative though. So we really have 2 times a -1, which gives us -2. So we have the point -3, -2. Okay. Now you should, of course, pause the video and calculate these other two yourself and then restart the video. Oh, you should probably also graph this one on your own too before you check your answer. So if we put 0 in, we have 2/3 times 0. Well, that doesn't matter that we have a fraction because anything times 0 is still 0. So we have the point 0, 0. And if we put a +3 in, it works out pretty much the same way as the first one did. The 3's cancel, so we're left with a 2 times a 1, which is +2. So we have the point +3, 2. And now we graph. So -3, -2, 0, 0, 3, 2. And we see if I can do any better with this line. Probably not. I should state while we're here that if you don't have graph paper, if you have access to a printer, I did put a graph paper template in Momentum so you can print that off and use it for graph paper if you want. On the test, please, if you have to graph something, use graph paper. If you don't have any and you don't have a printer, I guess go buy some. Sorry, I hate to make you purchase additional materials, but it really is much easier to read graphs on graph paper. So that's all there is to section 3.1. In the next video, we'll tackle section 3.2.